For this business meeting of December 19th, 2017 of District 116. Roll call, please.
Member Hall.
Here.
Member Patton.
Here.
Member Pulaski.
Here.
Member Fisher is here. Vice President Rollins-Gay.
Here.
And President Demmett.
Here. Quorum is present. Do we have any additions, corrections, or modifications to this evening's agenda?
No.
So a motion to approve the agenda would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. We have no call for an exec meeting tonight.
That's
after
correct.
It's time. So citizen statement, we have a full house tonight. I'm only kidding. There's pretty light attendance here.
Thank you for
So
Yeah.
take advantage of the opportunity to thank Lori Johnson for both being our recording secretary and running the cameras for us tonight, so everyone can watch at home. If you do wish to address the board, please fill out a goldenrod's sheet. And there's no one here to fill out a goldenrod sheet, so we have no citizen statements this evening, no commendations or recognitions, no administrative reports, nor communications. We do have a public hearing on the estimated tax levy, so I'd like to call to order this public hearing for the Truth in Taxation Act type public hearing for the 2006, it should be 18 tax levy, I'm guessing. Any comments? 17 payable in 18. All right. The property taxes we're no longer going to be able to deduct.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Some of us, yeah. Anyone wish to comment on the tax levy? Seeing none, close the public hearing. We do have a consent agenda this evening, and it has several items on it, including the minutes of the business meeting of November 21st and the study session of December the 5th. We have November bills and checks, education fund bills in the amount of $724,000, operations and maintenance fund bills in the amount of $138,000, bond and interest fund bills in the amount of $265, transportation fund bills in the amount of $272,000, working cash bonds in the amount of $539,000, which is mostly the work on Yankee Ridge. Tort in the amount of $24,000. Life safety levy in the amount of $60,000. Once again, that's primarily work at Yankee Ridge. Payroll of $4 million, and adult education bills in the amount of $82,000. We do have some interfund loans this evening, all from the working cash fund to the operations and maintenance fund in the amount of $325,000, to the transportation fund in the amount of $225,000, and to IMRF in the amount of $400,000. And this is a bit earlier in the year than we're used to borrowing money, I believe, maybe by 1 month. We have various personnel items. I'm assuming there's none that require a comment. And we have a resolution authorizing and directing the sale of our of excess property, which is some old TVs and no TVs, just the books, a little bit of books and a copier. Old copier, and Press Plus issue 95, which we discussed at the last meeting. Those are the consent agenda items. Anyone wish to have anything removed? Hearing none, a motion to approve would be in order.
Move approval of the action items?
I'll
Moved
second
in.
that.
We've got a move and a second. A roll call, please.
Member Hall.
Yes.
Member Patton.
Yes.
Member Pulaski.
Yes.
Member Fisher votes yes. Vice President
Yes.
Rollins-Gay and President Demmett.
Yes. Motion carries. We have some individual action items this evening. The first of those is gifts. First Federal Savings Bank and Cranert for the Performing Arts conducted a warm clothing drive to benefit students of the district. And the following donated to the annual Student Senate Thanksgiving dinner: the Champaign-Urbana Optimist Club, Critical Nursing Staffing, Inc., TCAT, Inc., which is Culver's, and Ed Chevalier. Motion to approve, to receive the gifts and send letters of thank you would be in order. Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Next on our list is 12.02, rezoning of 1102 North Broadway. This is Washington School. And the gist of this is that we're asking the city to approve, to entertain and hopefully approve a request to convert the zoning from conservation and education, recreation and education, to medium-density multifamily zoning district. Any questions?
And I'll just remind the board that this is the first step in our process of partnering with the city to use the Government Property Transfer Act to have them help market it. And then we will transfer, after this zoning gets completely approved, they will begin marketing it, and we will transfer it to them to sell or dispose of.
All right, any questions?
I think
Motion
just-
to approve would be in
Well,
order.
Just one question.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure this is the case, the standard practice is that the city usually has a community meeting when there's a zoning change. I didn't know if that would be our obligation as the school district or if the city, I know they routinely do that when there is a
City
zone-
does that.
City does that for the
City does that.
immediate neighbors so they can weigh in on the impact.
Yes.
So that will be
Yes.
the city, not our,
That's correct.
that will occur. Great.
Motion to approve would be in order. Moved and seconded. Roll call, I guess, because, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very small expenditure.
Member Hall.
Yes.
Member Patton.
Yes.
Member Pulaski.
Yes.
Member Fisher votes yes. Vice President Rollins
Yes.
Gay, and President Demmett.
Yes. Next on our individual action items is approval of the tax levy resolution, which was the subject of the public hearing earlier, and we discussed it at, relatively in depth at the last meeting at the study session. If there are no questions, a motion to approve would be in order.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Oop, roll call. Sorry.
Member Hall.
Yes.
Member Patton.
Yes.
Member Pulaski.
Yes.
Member Fisher votes yes. Vice President Rollins
Yes.
Gay, and President Demmett.
Yes. Next is resolution abating the working cash fund of School District Number 116. This is to reimburse other accounts for the expenditures on Yankee Ridge. And this is part of our financing plan for Yankee Ridge that we set out when we started the project.
I move acceptance of the resolution abating the working cash fund. Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Member Hall.
Yes.
Member Patton.
Yes.
Member Pulaski.
Yes.
Member Fisher votes yes. Vice President Rollins
Yes.
Gay, and President Demmett.
Yes, motion is carried. And our last individual action item this evening is approval of the Board of Education travel expenses for the joint conference. I didn't go on this, but I'm sure I read the detail, so it
Mhm.
looks like it is all in order. Motion to approve would
I move
be
acceptance, approval of those expenses.
moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Member Hall.
Yes.
Member Patton.
Yes.
Member Pulaski.
Yes.
Member Fisher votes yes. Vice President Rollins
Yes.
Gay, and President Demmett.
Yes, motion is approved. Do we have any call for any future special or executive meetings at this point?
Not at this time.
All right, superintendent's report.
Okay. I would like to say that the next board meeting, which will be January 9th, which is our study session. If you remember, we altered the board schedule just a little bit at the beginning of this year to reflect the holiday and break season. So our study session on July 9th, we plan to have a commendation and recognition for Mr. Danny McCartney, who is officially retiring on December 31st. Because Mr. Abatessa has a night off, we wanted to wait until he could be here to help celebrate. But Danny McCartney had 43 and a half years
Wow.
of service to the district, so we think that deserves special recognition. My superintendent's report tonight is kind of broken up into three sections: equity, excellence, and engagement, which are our themes for this year. And as we wrap up the first semester, we're pleased with the commitment of our entire staff in making, that the entire staff is making to engage issues of racial equity, bias, and the impact of racism on our students and our coworkers. Every employee in the district has been participating in monthly building-based professional development to support and challenge each other to reduce inequities for our students and families. The administrative team has been reviewing the initial performance reports about restorative practices. We are very excited about both the successes and the opportunities for growth. We plan to have Elaine Spungen from Conflict 180 present her findings to the Board of Education in February. And that will cover both the middle school and the high school work that's been done up to this point. We also have a strong team of leaders who are working on a systematic plan for recruiting and retaining faculty. The team is implementing a variety of strategies as we enter 2018 to ensure that we continue to increase the diversity of our employees. The 2017-2018 Truancy Alternative and Optional Educational Program Grant, also known as TAOP, has been approved by ISB. We're excited to already have a team of student engagement advocates and clinicians hired and already working with the schools, getting to know the students and observing the culture and climate of the buildings. In order to comply with the Learn with Dignity Act, we've gotten some questions from the media about this. We are purchasing and installing feminine hygiene product dispensers for all girls' restrooms at UMS and UHS. Feminine hygiene products will be available after winter break at no cost to students. We've always offered this service through our office and school nurse, but now the dispensers will be available in the student restrooms. And there's a link to the actual law that goes into effect on January 1st. Excellence in Action. We had 10 UHS music students that have been selected to participate in the ILMEA All-State Festival in Peoria in January 2018. This represents the largest number of UHS students to receive such an honor in the past 10 years. We're very proud of the students and their accomplishments. They are Eliza Abamonte on trumpet, Lucas Gollings on bass trombone, Ksenia Kuzmanova on flute, Max Zhang on violin, Peyton Borch on trumpet, Ellie DeAndre on trombone, Sarah Stelzer on flute, Alora Rent, soprano, vocal, Rebecca Owen on string and electric bass for jazz, and Tiana Steele for composition. We also have a team of educators and administrators from Urbana Early Childhood who are writing a proposal for the Early Childhood Expansion Grant, which, if funded, could expand services to the CU Early, that is birth to 3, and Urbana Early Childhood School students, that is 3 through 4. We'll be talking more about that at a future meeting coming up, but we're excited about opportunities for additional funding for early childhood education and programming. And also, our Urbana School District is piloting the second cohort of the competency-based high school graduation requirements pilot program. That's a part of ISB's initiatives that they started last year. School districts participating in the pilot will replace a select high school graduation course requirements with a competency-based system of the district's design. So the team right now is actually coming up with that design. Competency-based teaching and learning structures students' educational experience around individual students' knowledge and interests rather than seat time. In competency-based learning, students play an active role in determining the course of their education. Students advance as they demonstrate mastery of specific skills, abilities, and knowledge. I also provided a link for more about their competency-based initiative there. And then finally, engagement in action. The district is participating in the Illinois 5 Essential Survey, which measures 5 key areas of school culture, including ambitious instruction, effective leaders, collaborative teachers, involved families, and supportive environment. The survey will be open until January 31st. Teachers and families will receive an email reminder with the link after winter break. It is building specific, by the way, so if you have students at multiple buildings, you might receive more than one email. And then finally, the Urbana School District Family Advisory Committee held its first meeting on Tuesday, December 12th, 2017 at the Neighborhood Connection Center. The group discussed the family survey that was completed during fall parent-teacher conferences and also worked on planning of a parent academy for Tuesday, March 13th, 2018. So we're excited about that. And other than that, I wish everyone a happy holidays and hope that it's restful and safe for everyone.
Any questions, comments for the superintendent? We're ready for board reports. Any board reports this evening?
I just want to congratulate Abram Washington. He is an Urbana graduate, spoke at his graduation. He's just moving on up. He's president of the student government for Parkland. And every time I'm at Parkland, he's doing something great. Cool. So I think that's someone we need to acknowledge because we will be hearing about him in the near future. So that's it.
Any other board reports this evening? Motion to adjourn would be in order.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Everyone have a great holiday. We're
Thank
adjourned.
you. too.
All in favor, aye. All in favor.
I voted already.
Oh, aye, aye, okay.